Fixed signs. Let's clear the energy. You ready? Gemini. Not Gemini. Nearly did it again, didn't I? Taurus. Honestly, doesn't take much to put me off, does it? Taurus. Gemini, you're always so impatient. Taurus. Some of you may be involved with a Gemini. Maybe that's why it keeps coming up. Taurus. Oh, Taurus. Yeah. Now, the Empress can sometimes be a Taurus. So it could be your own energy. This is not good, is it? Oh, damn. Right. There's lies, deceit and theft in the past that were found out as little as 7 weeks ago, or 7 weeks of lies, deceit and theft. There is lack of abundance, no growth in this situation. It's not going anywhere. There's no fertility. There's possible miscarriages, terminations, arguments with a woman, definitely. Could involve mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children, or the other woman. But this is not good energy. It's negative. There's no growth. Connected to November the 11th. Remembrance Day and Poppies in the UK. But avoid arguments with a woman. That's what the present is. And lack of growth. Those born on the 3rd or the 30th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. Hidden things is fear. Putting things off until tomorrow that should be done today. Fear is holding you back. Those born on the 22nd, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. The obstacles to overcome is you're carrying a heavy burden that's not even yours. It's time to lay that burden down. How others see you is not giving up on the fight, fighting when it's past you to give up, really. The right course of action is it's time to release your hold on the outcome of a situation, people, situations, the old way of doing things, and finances. All you're doing is grabbing on so tightly to something that it's getting smothered. So what's meant to be yours will be yours, no matter what you do. And then there's this. The outcome. Control issues. Being in control. New vehicles, new cars. Trying to keep two opposing sides together. Hoping to go towards success. This is Cancer energy. It rules the homes and ancestors. So something to do with the home or the wider family unit. And those born on the 7th or the 25th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a positive way. So there may be travel involved somewhere, but moving forwards away from a situation towards success. Possibly July. Yeah, someone is being resistant to change. and very fickle, changing their mind a lot. Somebody's received bad advice, and there is a female enemy that's found out. I've got a child in spirit because my nose is itching, so it may be the child that's lost. If somebody's lost a child, I always say I am very sorry for your loss, but it is stopping you changing. You're stagnating instead of becoming the butterfly that you're meant to be. You're sticking in that cocoon and going to mush, and that's just stagnation. Without change, there's no growth. Yeah, Chariot again. So what they want you to do is move forwards. What you're actually doing is being stuck. So the 30th and the 31st of this month seem to be important for some reason. Don't know what's going on there. The camera's playing about. I don't know if you can see it. Up and down like nobilio. I wish I could read Morse code because I'd know what I was trying to say. Someone or something is stampeding over your ideas and trying to take charge. Don't let yourself be run over by a forceful situation. So it's all about a control issue here. You're trying to impose your will on others, or someone is to you. You need to have more courage and confidence in yourself. Where in your life are you moving too slowly? It's time to rev up the engine and feel the fear and do it anyway. Go for a new beginning. Leo, what do you need to know? Messages, Spirit, please, Leo. Here we go. So Leo, in the past there's confusion, lack of clarity, no truth in the matter. In the present there's Virgo energy, it's health services, negative energy, walking a path alone, feeling soulless, really. Concentrating on the material things in life, putting one foot in front of the other, and not really knowing where you're going. Those born on the 9th or the 27th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important in a negative way. It rules the intestines and the abdomen and your gut instinct, and you're not going with your gut instinct. The hidden things is there is love here, reciprocated love, but it's something that never really got to the commitment stage. So it's in its early stages. The obstacles to overcome, possibly a woman in uniform, possibly a generous friend, well-meaning, but not necessarily that good at what she says. If you don't want to be somebody, don't take advice off them. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, female, possibly a mother. How others see you is that you're defending yourself and what's yours. The right course of action is no action. Don't do anything. You don't have to do anything. Just step back and let others do it for themselves. Otherwise you will delay a new beginning. And the outcome will be a celebration, a marriage, firm foundations for the future, happy, successful, new homes and family life. Walking through a gateway, possibly with this new love. Yeah, Virgo is mentioned again, a Virgo female, possibly, or someone with Virgo in the traits, very successful financially, and money will come from an unexpected quarter if someone's been worried about it. But this is an insane situation. Somebody's been driven mad by this situation. It's unreal. Someone is acting insanely. Someone may have mental health issues. Yeah, 23rd, there's something has to end before a new beginning can take place. So, the Raven. The sacred birth of death, bed of death and endings. The Raven brings a message of time passing. The leaves fall and the nest is empty, and there comes a season for contemplation of loss. The Raven's wisdom is all things must pass, and that clinging to the present is useless. Understanding the cycles of life makes acceptance of change easier to bear, as well as making each moment precious as it passes. There is a time for grieving, and to deny it is to prolong in many cases. Find a safe time and space to mourn your loss, and rise above them as the raven flies to see the bigger picture, for blessings always accompany a loss. So where there's a death, there's a birth. Endings to cycles and grief. Accept the lessons of change. How has your sorrow served you? Because now comes the happiness. But only after you accept the loss. It's time to move on. Grieve and let go. Scorpio, what do you need to know? Message of Spirit, please, Scorpio. Oh my gosh, they're not shuffling very well with this table, so just one more, Spirit, thank you. Oh, flipping egg. Oh. A minute, sorry. That one don't apply. Right. Well, in the past, you was banging your head against a brick wall and you was just about ready to give up. You've been through it. You're the wounded hero. You've had enough. And now I've got 1, 2, 3 tens. In your present, there's an end to the home and family life, security and financial matters. The hidden things are disappointments that you played your part in, and you've come to the proverbial bridge. It's time to cross it. Don't cry over spilt milk. Don't dwell on the past. Go towards the future where the happiness lies. The obstacles to overcome is the grief. Mourn the loss. It may be an actual passing of a person, or it could just be that you feel like you've been stabbed in the back. There's an ending. Others see you as victorious over an enemy. So you have a rival that you've overcome. The right course of action is to not bring the emotions out to the top. Don't be over emotional. Avoid the drink at all cost. But something is not quite over, I don't think, because the end card is a situation is not settled yet. It will come back around again, and it's retrograde, so something is coming back around again. But it's no second chances. You're not going to give people second chances anymore. 3 tens. Finances, career, actual passings, and an end to a emotional situation within the family. So there is something there that within the immediate or wider family unit is over, ended, gone. And it's time to settle this once and for all. And you will come out victorious because you're overcoming an enemy, possibly a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is getting over a loss of something, mourning the loss and settling something once and for all. Those born on the 20th, living or past, date for your diary and address, massively important because it's the only card that's mentioned. Yeah, a male enemy is overcome. Those born 1965 plus or minus 12 February to February may be involved, and the problems within the home and family life is reiterated. There may be a loss of a female friend or confidant. Collateral damage, I think they call it. Yeah, it's not about what other people believe. You have your own beliefs and your own system of values. So it's a challenge. The Book of Shadows is traditionally a book of values, individual values, and it rejects dogma, in other words, what other people tell you. The Book of Shadows is a tool, not a set of commandments. Go back to the basics of your spiritual practice. Keep it very simple until you are feeling in touch with your essential sacred self. The basic thing of all books of religion or spiritualism is that love is all that matters. Where there is love, there is no blame. That's it. We're just here to love and learn. Knowledge, law, learning. Walk the path of wisdom. It's time to challenge authority. If it doesn't fit with your beliefs, challenge it. There's no need anymore to put up with other people's beliefs, religion, dogma. Everybody is free to think as they like. It has nothing to do with anyone. They will face their own karma, their own consequences. It's not for you to deal out. They must live their lives their way. Aquarius. Here we go. You've only got one major arcana, Aquarius, and it's Scorpio energy. It rules, again, the reproductive organs and shared resources. So there's something here, a transformation is about to take place. Where there's a death, there's a birth. Something has to end for something new to begin. In the past, there's been success and victory. In the present, you're impatient, you're not waiting any longer. The hidden things are where there's a birth, there's a death. Scorpio energy. The obstacles to overcome is confusion or dreaming or wishing for something. Options. So maybe there's many options. People see you as accepting something now. The right course of action is possibly a water sign child, offer of love, messages of love, creation of love. So there could be a birth here, and we've had that before, haven't we? So a lot of communication via the internet. Hard work pays off. 8 years is mentioned. Possibly burning the candle at both ends. Working very, very hard towards an achievement, and you will be successful. There is love here. Transformational energy. Things are about to change massively in a good way. Somebody's holding the breath to see what's going to happen. There may be a lack of finances, which could be a problem. And there's problems within home and family life, maybe disrepair. Things need repairing. But I don't see much upset or imbalance. Just confusion, maybe, about the changes. But they're not a bad thing. So the 13th, living our past, date for your diary and address, massively important. Yeah, see, where there's a death, there's a birth. And this, somebody else said this, can't remember what it was now. Might have been Scorpio. Massively important, I think it was Scorpio. So you may be attached to a Scorpio somehow. Oh. 23. The Raven. This is a sacred bird of deaths and endings. The raven brings a message of time passing. The leaves fall, the nest is empty, and there comes a season, so maybe that's what that is, empty nest syndrome, for contemplation. The raven's wisdom is that all things must pass, and that clinging to the present is useless. Understanding the cycles of life makes acceptance of change easier, and that's what you're doing, accepting the change, as well as making each moment precious as it passes. There's a time for grieving, and to deny it is to prolong it in many cases. Find a safe time and space to mourn your loss, then rise above them as the raven flies and see the bigger picture, for blessings always accompany a loss. There will be endings of cycles and grief, but accept the lessons of change and know that sorrow has served you in some way. Thanks for listening.